Hey guys, I'm Azra, and in this Lord of the Rings Rise of War video, I need your help. Actually, help me to help you. What am I talking about? This video isn't really a fun video, it's a more serious video. Lord of the Rings Rise to War is standing at a crossroad. The game may be going into a direction where we won't recognize it as the game we once played. If you have tested the PBE test environment, you will have noticed that a lot is about to change. I have played that test environment for a couple of days, and I can let you know that it is nothing close to what we know so far. In fact, I really gave it an honest shot. I tried to like it. I forced myself to like it, but I just couldn't do it. I've already made a video about the PBE test server. If you haven't watched it yet, go have a look. You will see why it isn't really to our liking. Now, I've also made a statement to the game devs on their official Discord server. You are seeing the official statement here in front of you right now. What I'm going to do is to read it out loud and explain to you what's going on and what I'm trying to accomplish with this. What I would like to do is to preserve the old system while also explaining why the new environment isn't to our liking. Let's get started. Dear NetEase RTBW team, the new in-game features within the PBE environment is moving the game into a direction where it's no longer recognizable as a game we know. I've played the PBE test server for a couple of days now and really wanted to give it an honest shot. And I truly did. Like, I went in without any prejudices. I've tried out the new mechanics, but the uncomfortable feeling of, wow, that's not the game I was playing before, never vanished. But it's just no longer Rise to War. And it truly isn't. We have never complained about the old stamina, item, troop composition, and commander skills system. Yet you assume for a reason that exactly that must be changed. By doing so, you have altered the game to a state where many people like me can't enjoy it anymore. Thus, you are forcing many people to stop play the game. Now, why am I saying this? Alright, just like I said before, I gave the PBE test environment an honest shot. I went in with the intention to enjoy, but it was no longer enjoyable for the reasons I have listed, like the stamina system, ability point system is gone, new items, people who have invested money into the game, they can't find the old items anymore, they are orientationless. Like, you knew for a fact, for example, that a frenzy gigantic hammer was the way to go for your Dwalin or for your Khaldun with the double hunt down procs. It was among the best weapons in the game. Now that is gone. All of your heavy investment is gone. They have taken it away from you. Well, they will have taken it away from you if the PBE server is going to be adapted, which I don't want to happen. Troop composition is totally different now. You have something called the formations, but check it out in my video. And the commander skill system also have been changed. You now need more points to have more skills. That's something that immediately caught my attention. I didn't like that either. Let's continue. So all of the old factors that gave me fun are gone. How can I still enjoy this game? I'm gonna continue now. There was a time when you asked me what needs to be done to make the game attractive for players again. And let me tell you something. I didn't talk to the game devs. The game devs reached out to me asking, hey, what about your thoughts? And that's when I spent hours, if not days, talking with you guys, the community, summarizing the most desired points we had. We even ordered those points in accordance to the urgency. To remind you once more what it was, have a look at the list below in order to make RTBW great again. What everybody wants the most is by far number one, commander respect refund system. And there is a reason for it. Back in those days when we first started RTBW, there was almost no content out describing how to play the game. Thus, we have made a lot of mistakes in the past, and we are being punished since our old mistakes can't be deleted or come up with something that is fixing those mistakes, which is why we wanted this commander respect refund system, or at least give us a possibility like the Elven Craftsman's Hammer, which you can obtain after the end of a season. If you don't want to give it to us like a reset button, at least give us that item to make up for the mistakes of our past. But that was ignored. Then our second most desired thing was commander reworks. At least half of the commander roster is not playable because they are too weak or their skill sets just don't make any sense with what they specialize in, which is why either rework them, buff certain skills or nerf certain skills, but we are still waiting for that to happen. Just like the server balance. I think we all can say that we experienced some seasons where we went in and we were just overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of enemies we were facing because the balance between evil side and good side wasn't just there. Or maybe there were some alliances forged before the season started and that alliance just steamrolled everyone on the server. So server balances like that still needs to be happening. We are waiting for it. Where is it? Then campaign registration. How many times have we experienced that we needed to wait days or if not even weeks just so we can start the season? That needs immediate attention as well. Or what about events that are actually fun? Do you remember the good old gardening event? I do. That was a lot of fun. So where are events like that? But anyway, I think you get the gist of it. These points are the most important points for us. If those could be fixed, I see RTBW in a much better position, and like this will at least ensure customer retention. The customers you have right now, NetEase, will not just only stay if you take care of this, they will also be more ready to spend into the game because they see a future in it. But by changing it to the PBE environment, you are taking the hope of that future away for your people, for your veterans, for the heavy investing people who are about to be disappointed if you take over with the PBE environment. All of our heavy investment will be for nothing because all of a sudden Gigantic Hammer with Frenzy, for instance, will be gone. The item you have spent so much money is gone, could be gone. Anyway, I could go on with the list, but for time's sake, I'm going to leave it here. We have much more points than these, but these were the most important points. RTBW is now standing at a crossroad, and it was never more important to have a genuine dialogue with the community than ever before. The dialogues thing is something very important. Me being a fearless pioneer / YouTuber, even I have problems getting the attention of the decision makers. It's very rough. Like sometimes I write to certain people in their team and I get ignored for days, sometimes even a week or so. So we definitely need also an improvement in our dialogue to have a back and forth between all of these elements above. If this continues, we will have a rough time. It is, just like I said, a crossroad. If the new environment will be adapted to the live servers, I see many people jumping from the board. Like many people will just say, screw it, all of my time and money was wasted. I no longer have what I have invested in my inventory, for instance. Now it is gone, just like me. That's what people are going to think. Anyway, for the sake of your player base and RTBW's future, listen to what we are thinking about the game and then make your step forward. And before I let you all guys go, hear me out. I am no mobile phone gamer. I never was. I was always a hardcore PC gamer. Games like World of Warcraft, games like Heroes of the Storm, God of War 5, all the God of War series. You get the gist of it, right? If this game, like the old Lord of the Rings Rise to War, was good enough to convince me, a PC gamer, to not only turn to mobile games, but also enjoy mobile games, in addition, spending real money into the game, that means a lot for the game and the old system. That is the first and only mobile phone game that made me play, enjoy, and invest into a mobile phone game. You did a great job with your old system, Lord of the Rings Rise to War team. I remember the good old days where you actively pushed content into the game, like the gardening event or like regular new commanders you pushed out, which we could enjoy. That's the game I fell in love with, and that's the game I am hardcore missing. If we can go back to those good old times while adapting the feedback of your community, I see a good future for this game. That is the crossroad. That's one way. The other way is the PBE environment. And let me tell you, there is only a few people who accept this environment. Many more are against it. And this is why I need the help of you, my community. Everybody who is watching this video, let our voices be heard by the game devs. I'm going to leave a link to this statement of mine in the official Lord of the Rings server. If you think like me and you would like to have your voice heard, support this, like it with as many emojis as you can. I'm going to leave the link in my video description below, and let's see how we can push this. Like, I seriously want to preserve the old system and maybe improve upon it, but not with the PBE environments testing features and mechanics. That's not the way to go. This is the way, the points we have mentioned. And yeah, just like I mentioned, please go like if you share the same opinion. And it was never more important than now to share this video. Like, seriously, the more people we can get on board, the more our voices could be heard from the game devs. So share this video and let's see how we can start our rebellion, how we can resist against a new environment. And that being said, I see you guys next time.